Hey Barflies, welcome back to Behind the Bar Liquor Reviews, the best online liquor review show that you're ever going to find. Tonight on our Brewhouse Reviews, we've got Stella Artois, brought to us by Big Daddy. This has been brewed since 1366. I remember a few years back, before it got really popular, my wife and I coming over to my dad's house for dinner, and he used to keep Stella in the house, and it was relatively new to my knowledge, because I had never seen it before. And unfortunately at that time, since it wasn't a big seller, you were still getting skunked ones here and there. And now it's gotten more popular, and I'm sure that you're finding less and less because you see all the commercials, and they're showing the proper pour, and once they get the head on the beer, they cut it with a knife. And
I've actually seen glasses from Germany. This isn't a German beer, but I've seen glasses from Germany, and I don't know if this is true. There'll be two lines towards the top of the glass, not at the top, but it's near the top. To be a bartender there, you have to be able to pour it perfectly so that the head is just inside those two lines, and it's not that big. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard.
It's totally true. I have a Das Boot that I have from Germany. That came right from Germany, and it's got the two lines in there for the head. So this is a Czechoslovakian beer, isn't it, or
Belgian?
Belgian?
Yeah, it's Belgian. Czechoslovakian.
Where did I get Czech?
Pilsner or Kettle, I believe, is Czechoslovakian.
Yeah, Belgian. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
He said Belgian like 4 minutes ago.
But I do remember they had a contest too last year, and I have two Stella glasses, which I totally should have brought.
Well, he didn't know I was bringing this.
That too. This is a total surprise. So for a 6-pack of Stella, what did you pay for it?
It was less than $10. It was $9.49 or something like that.
Right.
So really not, I mean, it's a 6-pack, not a 12-pack.
And this is one of your go-tos, isn't it?
It is one of my favorite beers. If I'm going to spend a little bit more, I would say for a 6-pack, spending anywhere near $10 is more. I usually wouldn't even buy a 6-pack. I buy a 6-pack because it's Stella. Or because it's certain other beers that I will drink. And it's just always held up as one of the better made beers that I drink. And again, I don't drink it a lot because I don't really drink for flavor all the time. I'm usually drinking something cheap. But when I do go a little higher end, this is one of the first things I go to. So I'm going to open them the right way. So there's that. And then here's this. Just as easy,
that's the right way.
Just as easy as going, much easier than going like that, but that should look stupid. See if you can get the perfect head. I don't know exactly how they do it. Oh, I screwed up. It's way bigger than the two lines.
Oh, look.
I screwed it up. But I'm pretty sure it's going to taste good anyways. All right. Oh, I just put my nose on the head. Hey, look, it tastes good.
It does. And it's not skunk. See that? One of the reasons that I don't ever really buy Stella is because I'm so used to years ago when my father was picking them up and we'd come over for dinner, there was a high percentage of skunked ones because no one in America knew what they were and weren't buying them.
And I can say, having worked for a distributor, and I believe we carried this beer, but either way, it's a European beer. Their shelf life is much longer than American-made beers like a Budweiser or something like that. And I think hearing that they were skunked and they had been sitting for too long tells me they must have really not been popular. Because they don't really bring in a ton at one time so they can get it out. And before it gets skunked. So this is just it's one of those beers that's got great flavor, great hops, great herbal notes to it. Now I wouldn't say herbal, but you're getting a lot of flavor out of this beer. And it's still a light enough beer that you could drink it on a hot summer day. And it's clear, it's not cloudy, which tells me it's probably filtered, which is fine.
And you could put back a few of these.
And you can eat a lot of different foods with this. It's not going to fight with it. It's going to complement the food.
I could see this going really well with fish, steak, chicken, anything.
Oh yeah, pork, veal. Let's just cover everything while we're at it. I wouldn't do braised oxtail with this necessarily, but you could. I'd go with probably a heavier beer. That's generally a heavier beer.
You want something more like a porter or a stout with that.
Yeah. You want something heavier.
Yeah.
Lager. I don't know what they consider this beer, if it's a Pilsner or what. It says lager beer.
Yeah,
I would say it's on the lighter end of the lager beers, but it's done very well.
Definitely. It is a very
What would you rate this one at?
This comes in at a good 7.5 for me.
I would say this one is an 8.5 for me.
All right.
So,
Very good. Well, thank you very much for checking out our review of Stella Artois. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let us know anything else you'd like to try or what you think of Stella yourself. Subscribe and share the video, and make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter and all that. It's facebook.com/barbackers and @barbackers for Twitter. And make sure you follow us. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.